Hello, and welcome to another public class from hollytreeenglish.com, where English is a path to more freedom. This is the first weekend of the month, so it is a conversation class about celebrating our talents, and this is session 1 of today's class. If you are interested in attending public classes from Holly Tree English, please subscribe to the email newsletter. I will leave a link in the description. And we already have one student with us. Ken.
Hello.
Hey. Long time no see. You missed the articles class last time.
Last time?
No, not last week, but 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I missed that, yes. So how are you these days?
I'm good.
Oh, and nice.
I see we have Jair, check your audio. Check your audio settings. Your audio is not connected. Oops, and there he goes. So how have you been doing?
Yeah, fine. And spring has started here. Yeah, sakura has started blooming here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, spring is starting here.
Sorry, I spoke Japanese. Cherry blossoms. Cherry trees. Yeah, sorry.
Cherry blossoms, cool.
Yes, kind of, yeah. Cherry blossom viewing party is popular here in this season. It's like a symbol of spring here.
Mm-hmm.
How about in California?
California, spring has started. The weather is starting to warm up a little bit, but it has been raining sometimes, and it was really windy. 2 days ago, it was crazy windy, and our neighbor's tree blew down. So now they're trying to clean all that up.
I see.
Wow. Yeah. Crazy stuff. And
is it usual in this season in California?
Not really usual, but it used to be a really desert where I lived before they had irrigation and stuff. So it's wind is, sometimes we get really windy days, but they aren't really common.
I see.
Yeah. So
yeah. Maybe Southern California used to be like a desert, like Los Angeles, or I've heard of that irrigation work project in the past. Well, definitely Las Vegas. It was established in the desert.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot of the history. I just know that around where I live, they, it was established in the desert here, but also very fertile ground, very good for planting. So we have big agricultural things going on here. So, yeah. But connecting it to today's topic, I do not have a talent for growing things. Plants usually die if they find their way to my house, unless they are vegetables and they're in my father's garden, and then they do great.
So maybe I often eat California prune. Also, what other agri product is common in California, common to produce?
A lot.
Yeah.
Hello. User. User, you are not connected to audio. Oh, now you are connected to audio. Hello. Can you speak to us, please? Or not? That was weird. I was hoping that that kind of thing wouldn't happen since we were off Hangouts, but I don't know. Who knows?
Also, your schedule changed because of the summertime, daylight saving time.
Yeah, daylight savings time. And you know what? I think I gave the wrong times in the calendar. I was thinking GMT minus 8, but it's GMT minus 7. Oh, this time zone thing really drives me crazy.
Yeah. 1 hour earlier than before, right?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, so yeah, but yeah,
Makes it easier for some people and harder for others.
Yeah, because, yeah, maybe the nation who has the same system, daylight saving time system, they can notice. But yeah, the people who are living in there's no daylight saving time, that's confusing. That's right.
Yeah. And user is back. Hello? Okay, wait for your audio. There you are. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I am fine. How about you?
Good. It's Majid. You finally fixed we finally got your audio.
Yeah, first time I use my laptop to join this class.
Oh, well, you are sounding very clear. So now we have 3 people for a conversation. Which one of you, who can remember what the subject is today? The topic. Talents. And Ken, why in the world would we want to talk about talents?
Why? Maybe I think people want to have talent.
Yeah. Yes.
So maybe people are very curious about how to get a talent or how to use their talent.
And people like to show their talents.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah. So in this class, I thought if you had a talent that you could show us, I might give you the opportunity to do that. So we will see. But first of all, Majid, since Ken has been speaking, can you tell us 2 talents that you have?
The 2 talents I have is that's you mean the normal or some things I practice it?
Anyone. Natural talent, it can be a natural talent or something that you're trying to develop a talent for.
Talent, I save the faces. If I see someone one time, I can remember for 5 years, 7 years, I can remember this person.
Oh, so you have a talent for remembering faces. Cool.
Yeah. The other things, I can save a lot of, say, my lesson, I can save it.
When you learn things?
Yeah, events for history things, I can save a lot of things.
Wow, very cool. Very cool.
But this talents with practice.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of students in the US who would like to know how you developed a talent for remembering dates in history.
Especially numbers.
Yeah.
Dates.
Yeah. All right, Ken, it's your turn. What are 2 talents that you have?
2 talents. Maybe I mimic English pronunciation. I've been mimicking English pronunciation since I was a kid. So I'm a little bit better than other Japanese guys to mimic it. That's one. And another one, I don't know. Singing. I like singing. I checked my pitch recognition on the web the other day. I think I have a perfect pitch according to the result. So these are 2.
Interesting. Yeah, singing is a good talent, and actually that's a good way for to introduce my list. Is I have a talent for singing as well, specifically singing songs in Irish or Scottish style, Celtic style. And the funny thing is that anytime I sing something, seriously, it sounds, even when I try to sing country music or like a Christian rock song, kind of, it sounds kind of Irish.
Oh, that's nice. That's your originality, I think.
Yeah, but and it's funny because I wrote a couple of songs even before they weren't that great, but I wrote a couple of songs before I got into Irish music, and they sounded Irish.
Oh my God! Wow.
It's in my blood, I guess.
That's cool.
And another, sorry?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And another talent that is a little bit natural, but it's also something that I'm developing. Both of these are something that I had sort of a natural start, but then I had to really develop. Because, for example, if you listened to me sing an Irish song when I started at age 15 versus now, I think it would be a lot better. But another talent that I have is something called crochet, which, give me a second, I'll write it for you so you can look it up. Crochet, and this is a talent that needs a lot more development for me to be really good at it. But you can use this art form to make blankets, sweaters, scarves, and things. I really enjoy doing that.
Is it called knitting also?
Knitting is different. Knitting is similar, but you use different movements and you make different knots, different formations with the string when you use knitting, and you use different equipment as well.
Okay.
All right, so now it's back to Majid. What are 2 talents you wish you had?
I wish to be a good speaker in English.
So you would say, I wish I were?
Yeah, I wish to be a perfect speaker in English. So, also I want to be communication skills also.
So you wish you had better communication skills in English or in general?
In English, because in Arabic it's very easy for me.
Yeah, okay.
I start to develop my communication with colleagues.
Great.
Because I work as a colleague relation.
Oh, Oh, I see. So you work in colleague relations. I see. Okay.
Yeah. So that
Interesting.
is very important to be very close with colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
And the challenge is how make the colleagues very happy with the service.
Yes. Yes, that is a challenge. I think our jobs often require us to develop new talents.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
when I started running Holly Tree English, I have to develop more talent for marketing, which is very difficult for me. All right. Ken, 2 talents you wish you had.
Yeah, I wish I were a native speaker of
Mm-hmm.
English. And another one, I wish I were a more sociable person.
Uh-huh. You wish you were more sociable. I see. I think a lot
Yeah.
of people can understand that.
Yeah, basically I'm a shy guy and I'm an introvert guy, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm not good at socializing things so much.
Does speaking in English, does speaking in a foreign language sometimes help you to separate from that shyness, or does it make the shyness worse?
Actually, I started talking in English, also attending online class on the internet
Oops.
for
Mm-hmm.
for my English training, but I realized it also a training for my socialization skills.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
So this is a talent you wish you had, but it's also a talent that you're trying to develop, right?
That
Very
for the
cool.
first time, when I attended the online class, I couldn't talk so much because I was very nervous.
Mm-hmm.
So teacher said, next time you join the class, I wish you talk more. But now I don't have any pressure on being online or online class, attending online class. Yeah, so
That is so great. Yes, you are one of my least. Well, no one really who attends the public classes it seems to be very super shy, but I would have to say you are one of my more talkative ones.
Yeah, now.
Which is not bad. I'm not criticizing. I'm just making an observation. Okay, 2 talents I wish I had. Let's see. I wish that I had a talent for time management. Some people are just amazing at managing their time. I am not one of them, but this is a talent I'm trying to develop more because I run a business and I do work and I want to be professional with my students. So I'm working on it. But I'm being very honest and saying that this is not a talent that comes naturally to me. My iPhone calendar, alarms, reminders, the alerts on my iPhone calendar are my best friends, really, seriously. Second talent that I wish I had, gosh. Oops, there goes magic. I wish I had a talent. I wish I had a more of a talent for cooking. I have a little bit of a talent for it, but I'm so slow at it. I would like to be an awesome cook like my dad. Yeah. So, Ken, you said that you're a good singer. Are you too shy to sing for us?
Actually, I don't know whether it is am I a good singer or not, but maybe I have a good ear to listen to music or sound.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people say the MP3 sound and CD sound, web file is same, but to my ears, it's different. If I found a somewhat good speaker in my how can I say closet,
Mm-hmm.
uh, somewhat good speaker, so I connected to the speaker to my stereo, and after that I realized, oh my God, MP3 sound is bad. CD sound is much better than MP3 because maybe I have such kind of sensibility of my ears.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to music since I was a kid. Yeah, every day, almost every day. Yeah.
And I don't, sometimes I hear it. It depends on the sample rate or how good the digital file is. But I have to say that I don't necessarily hear. It really depends on, yeah, I guess it depends on how I'm listening. But, interesting. Yeah, sometimes though, I have to say sometimes I hear it, especially in iTunes. I hear that the encoding, the way that they have done the file, is a little weird.
In my opinion, Spotify is better than MP3. They don't use MP3 file decoding. They're using different type of decodings. But CD is the best because they don't cut any, they cut a super low sound, super high sound, but not like MP3. So Spotify is better than iTunes, and CD is the best. And record is different because it's a different technology, analog technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Sorry,
have
that clock scared me too.
So I don't have a good record player. So for me, CD is the best now in current situation.
Yeah. I'm old, so I actually used to listen to a lot of cassettes.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, I joke. I'm like, yeah, I'm that old, but I have to say that CDs were coming into style when I was, a kid. So I'm not ancient. But like our local bookstore that also sold, it was like books and music, they didn't start getting rid of their cassettes until I was in my late teens. So yeah. Anyway, but do you think, are you too shy to sing for us?
Sing?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not good. Also, I didn't sing. I have not been singing for a long time. Yeah, I just singing in shower time or something like that. Yeah, or in a car. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, do you have any other talent that you could demonstrate for us?
Other talent?
Maybe a talent that you haven't mentioned that you could show us, like something you've made, maybe?
I made. I took a lot of TOEFL exams. I know a lot of that. But,
Ken has a talent for taking TOEFL exams.
Also
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let me explain what I got. For my long time experience of.
All right.
Time management is very important. They intentionally make the text like that. If we think the one question very long time, we cannot solve all the questions. So you need to focus on a lot, especially listening section. Focusing on the listening is very important. And if you cannot understand it, skip that question. Just mark C or A or anything. No at random. If you chose C for unsolved question. It's mathematically, it's higher possibility to get better score.
Oh, TOEFL
Yeah.
secret. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I learned in the TOEIC and TOEFL class actually, and just skip it and focus on next listening question, or maybe browse the question beforehand for listening. That's kind of practice I think useful in TOEFL. Time management also, skipping technique also. How can I say? Such kind of thing. Yeah, and the browsing technique to beforehand. Same as reading too. You just browse the reading to get a general idea of it. Other than that, you cannot solve all the problems, questions on top one TOEIC.
Interesting. I wonder what some of my TOEFL teacher colleagues would say to that.
And TOEFL now changed its system. In my time, paper-based TOEFL and computer-based TOEFL are available. Now, in many countries, IBT, only IBT based internet-based TOEFL is available. So its time is more than 4 hours, I guess. So it's long time. It could be some change about that time management thing. So it's good and bad thing, because in the past, speaking was not evaluated, and paper-based writing is not evaluated. But now, listening, reading, writing, and speaking are evaluated. So that's a good point. But longer time, sometime focus on, even though we can take some maybe 15 minutes break during the test, but 4 hours is too long to focus on actually. That's a problem. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, it is a long time, especially in a foreign language, and yeah, it's they say that for a native to pass the test is really hard, or for a native to score high. They say for a lot of native speakers couldn't score high, but I don't know. I have one colleague who is a TOEFL teacher, and he took the test just to see if his methods really worked, and just to really test out, get some social proof, or something. And he got a high score, so it is possible.
That's nice, yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. So you have a talent for taking TOEFL. Taking TOEFL.
Not a talent, not naturally born talent. I mean,
a lot of practice. Gotcha. Okay. Nice. Okay. And unfortunately, my throat is a little weird this morning, but hopefully I can pull this off. If you're interested, I will demonstrate a little bit of an Irish song and a little bit of a Scottish song for you, so you can hear how they're very different.
Okay, yeah, it's interesting, yes.
All right. So first, let's do the Irish. This is one of my favorites. And the chorus, which is the part that repeats, is in Gaelic, is in the Irish Gaelic. So you'll get to hear a little bit of the language as well. Okay, here we go. I would on yonder hill, 'tis there I'd sit and cry my fill, till every day would turn a mill, his good yet my boarding's long. And when King James was forced to flee, The wild geese spread their wings to the sea, and bore mo kuchelen far from me. Is go je to my morning sun. Shul, shul, shularun. Shul go sakir agus shul go kyul. Shul go tersag seilion. Is go je to my morning sun.
No, bravo.
Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure you heard it. For some reason, when I woke up this morning, I had a very slight sore throat. So that was not my best sound. But, huh?
That it's beautiful. Voice is beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, and Scottish, this song is actually kind of fast.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, which one am I going to do? For some reason, the chorus actually starts first, and it doesn't sound like it's in English, but it's in a special dialect of English that mixes older English with Scots Gaelic words and Nordic words, and then you add in the accent, so it sounds very different. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Wha would ride we gallant Muddy? Wha would ride we Georgie said he's the fluid o' Glenilla, and the darling o' them Celts. See the white rose in his bonnet, see his bonnet all the day. He's good sort to know has drawn it, and he's flung the sheep away. Every faithful money follows first of heroes, best of men. Every true and trusty steward blithely leaves his native glen. Many sees a friend and brother, Gaskins throwing on his slack. Noble part has ta'en the field, and all the Drummonds at his back. Wha will ride we gallant Murray? Wha will ride we Georgie Sell? He's the fluid o' Glenilla, and the darling o' them Celts. See the white rose in his bonnet, see his bonnet all the day. He's good sorting who has drawn it, and he's flung the shit away.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I realize the difference.
Mm-hmm.
This song is much, how can I say, more energetic than the Irish song.
It's more energetic, but that's only because I can say that part of the reason for that is because I chose a Scottish song that is more energetic. It's actually about a famous war that was fought, and the other song was more about it was about wartime as well, but it was sung from the point of view of a woman whose husband or boyfriend, I'm not sure which, went to be a soldier.
I see.
And she's Riaz, you are very late. Hello? Oh, Riaz, your audio is not connected. Please check your audio settings. Oops. Just a second, Ken. I'm trying to...
Okay.
Ah, Riaz, here we go. Now your audio is connected. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. We are talking today about talents, things that you are good at.
Okay.
So can you tell us some talents that you have?
Hello.
Hello? What are some talents that you have? Ken, can you explain what is a talent?
Talent is a skill which the person have since they were born.
Sometimes, or it can be a skill that you develop.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Like I said, I don't have a talent for time management, but I'm trying to develop one.
That's nice. Yeah, me too.
So, Riaz, what talents or skills do you have? Oh, your audio. You disconnected your audio. He disconnected his audio. Oops. So, Ken, what other talents do you wish you had?
Other talent. Talent. Maybe I want to have a talent which other people don't have. So, it's easy to compete by using that or surviving. But I cannot find any specific talent now, but if I have such one, maybe it could be a strength to survive this world. Bilingual, it's also related to the language, but bilingual. Being bilingual hard, they have more opportunity for job, can get a better job opportunity, for example. Yeah.
Just a minute, I'm trying to help Riaz. Sorry. Yeah. Are there any talents that come naturally, maybe in your family? For example, in my family, there is a lot of talent for making things, like different forms of art, I guess. Like my father used to build furniture, and my mother used to do decorative painting on walls. She still does it sometimes. And, with me, I make blankets and scarves, and also I sometimes make things. Hey, Jackson, stop. with clay. Oh, too bad. He couldn't get his problem solved.
So maybe they have, but I'm not sure. What my father loved, planting vegetables and also making things, craft work. He loves it, but I'm not good at it actually. And my mother, also my aunt, loved writing haiku poem. Do you know
Oh, haiku. I like haiku.
poem?
I have a talent for writing English haiku, but the Japanese would think it's terrible.
Also my English haiku too, so no worry.
No, I mean, because I was taught that a true haiku poem has to catch a moment in time, right? Has to capture a moment.
There's two types of haiku. One type of traditional haiku is a very kind of rule. One season-related word is necessary. For example, now it is spring now. For spring hike, spring-related word is necessary. But a modern haiku or senryu is not necessary to use such a seasonal word. That's one difference of haiku or senryu.
Oh, okay. You know what might be interesting is to do some grammar haikus.
Exactly, because people, it's a haiku also is a good match of tweet or mobile phone. Some people tweet their haiku with hashtag haiku or something. So I think it could be one of the reasons why Twitter is very popular in Japan.
I've heard that Twitter is, but do Japanese use Twitter for like learning chats about learning English and stuff?
I think so. Some Japanese, not only Japanese, many Twitter users, So I sometimes tweet with hashtag ESL. So and actually Twitter, I think it's more popular than Facebook in Japan. Actually, it's very popular site.
Oh, okay, interesting. So, yeah, I had heard that Twitter was pretty popular in Japan, but only from like one or two people, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, I just had the thought though that because I like experimenting with new things. It's one of my talents is that I have a talent for ideas, and I thought it would be interesting. Like, what if I used a haiku? It would be a real challenge, actually, a haiku to explain a grammar rule. Like a series of haikus that explains present perfect tense. That would be wild.
I see. Yes. So since haiku is simple and it's short, so to make haiku is not easy sometimes.
No, you're right.
We cut a lot of words and condense the meaning in the short sentence. Yeah, that's difficult. Yes.
But it would be an interesting challenge to give it a shot.
Right. Yes. Maybe hashtag ESL and haiku or English haiku or something like that. Yeah. That's nice. Yes. So in terms of the how can I say? I'd say because haiku is syllable regulation is same as English, so yeah.
Yeah, it's if I remember right, it's 5. First line has to be 5, and the second line has to be 7, and the third line has to be 5. Correct?
Yes. So to follow syllable regulation is important. Yes. that's it. Yeah, you can create your own haiku. Yes. After that, yeah.
Yeah, we actually had twice when I was in school, we had to create haiku.
Mhm. Also, I think, in my opinion, John Lennon's Imagine or some lyrics of John Lennon after Beatles broke up, all of a sudden it became simple. Simple words which I can understand. At that time, John came to Japan, and after that, he said in the interview his work should be is going to be simple because he was of haiku or such kind of thing in Japan. So I felt, especially in the lyrics of Imagine, haiku sense, yeah, in his lyrics. Very simple, but how can I say, very kind of powerful meaning. He condensed the meaning in a short, simple sentence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
Anyway.
Very
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, me too.
Poetry really is interesting. Limericks. Have you heard of limericks?
I think so, but I forgot. What is it?
I forget the rhyming, I forget the pattern, but it's syllable, but it's also rhythm driven. So the number of syllables isn't as important as whether or not you can say those syllables in the rhythm. And let's see. I'm trying to think of the rhythm. Da 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 da. Something like that.
I see. So poem itself has rhythm, beat.
Yeah, a lot of English poetry, even free verse, which is poetry that doesn't rhyme, if you can find the rhythm of it, and the rhythm part of the punctuation helps you with the rhythm. And so people will sometimes take what we call artistic license with the punctuation, so they don't always follow the rules necessarily, but they use the punctuation to indicate the rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's easier in English because English is called stress-based language.
Yeah.
Japanese is called pitch-based language.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have so stress contrast is not strong like in English. We tend to pronounce the sounds of Japanese almost all stress. Same stress.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So I think it's helpful for learning English, rhythm or English stress too.
Except that you have to remember the stress of words will sometimes change to fit the rhythm of the poem. So you have to keep that in mind.
I see, I got it. Yeah. It happened to me when I was singing English song in karaoke because I can mimic the pronunciation, but I cannot, since song has melody, I cannot know the intonation of the English, actual English talking.
Right. Yeah, because it only follows the melody of the spoken word. It only follows it somewhat. So you will have words that are stressed.
Exactly. So.
And also the structure will change sometimes in a song. For example, going back to the Irish stuff, There's an Irish song called Bridget O'Malley, and it's, oh, Bridget O'Malley, you have my heart shaken. With a hopeless desolation, I'd have you to know. It's the wonders of admiration your quiet face has taken, and your beauty will haunt me wherever I go. So, for example, you have my heart shaken. Well, when you're talking, you want to say, you have shaken my heart.
Oh, yes, that's right. That sometimes it is very difficult to understand for non-native speakers. It such kind of feeling-based, expression is used, especially in the lyrics of poem.
Yeah.
I see. Yes.
But that's kind of part of the challenge, if you think about it. Like, that's part of increasing your fluency. Once you have mastered, general communication and stuff, and then you get into feelings and nuances and.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So sometimes I was totally puzzled when I read the lyrics, because they cut a very important part of the grammar or something. So I just confused. Yeah.
Yeah. People who advocate, people who talk about learning English through song, they're not wrong. I don't think they're wrong, but I think one of the things they sort of forget to mention is that you need to be careful which songs you choose.
I see. Also, maybe slang also confusing. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you try to learn English from rap, you're going to come up with some really weird phraseology.
Yeah. I heard rap artists creating their own, made up English. I mean, their own expression or slang by themselves.
In some respects they are, and in some respects they're using slang from a dialect of English called Ebonics, which is, well, in some cases they say that it's its own language, but linguistically I would argue that it's a dialect, but whatever, that's a conversation for another day. But they incorporate certain things from Ebonics into
12 minutes ago.
Oh, brother. Into
No,
rap.
I
forgot to lock my phone. Oops.
Yes, security.
Yeah, so actually it's time to go ahead and end this video.
Okay.
Very interesting conversation that we're having. And I want to say thank you for attending, and thank you to Majid and Riaz for trying to attend, and Jair as well. Unfortunately, they could not be with us for a lot of the class, but thank you very much, and see you next time.